Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is E-Star Tarot, and today we're going to be doing another collective and timeless reading to see what our ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels would like to deliver to us as a message of guidance right now. So we're going to use our Luna Lapin deck to start us off. Let's see what's going to be our message for today. Oh, Temperance. This is beautiful. We got our little angel bunny here with us. This is all about balancing and combining, alchemizing our experience. But also I really see this as angelic protection as well. You have the angels with you right now. Oh, I'm so sorry about that noise. I have a noisy heat pump. One sec. There we go. Sometimes I have to shut off the heat pump just for the reading. It gets very noisy in the winter time. Okay, we already got two more cards here. So we have Four of Cups and Nine of Swords. So this is probably why we've got Temperance coming in here. Because Temperance can also be about keeping things in balance when we're being thrown off, when we're being faced with trials and tribulations, when we're sometimes faced with things that are reoccurring challenges for us. Sometimes it's addictions, sometimes it's attachments, toxic behaviors, coping mechanisms, things like that. And we have Four of Cups here, right? So there's something that wants to come into your life, but you're focusing on these three cups a little too hard. Because look how disgruntled this bunny is. I don't know if you can see his expression, and we have this cup coming in on angelic wings, right? It's glowing. It's from the divine. So it's trying to get your attention. I honestly see it as this cup is coming from this angelic bunny here, right? He's delivering the cup to you and he's trying to get you to notice it. But you're being bogged down by this Nine of Swords energy, this worry and fear. You're sitting up at night wondering what's going to happen. What are you going to do? How is this all going to work out? But the challenge here is to just trust. Trust that everything is going to work out in your favor, that these angelic beings have your back. And that sometimes means we have to sit through, when things aren't going our way, when things are looking like they're falling apart, right? Sometimes we have to get through the tower to get to the star, right? Because the star follows the tower. That's the whole point. So you have to be patient through this tough time. And I know sometimes December can be a tough month for some people. We have all this, interaction. Sometimes it can be nice because we have, chances to interact with family. But on the other side of it, we also have to interact with family. And sometimes our family is a bit toxic. So there's just that aspect to wrestle with, right? Make sure that you're keeping yourself steady through all of this, alchemizing the experience of suffering, right? What can I, instead of sitting up in bed wondering, what can I do? Why me? Why am I a victim in this? Think about how you can take this energy and put it towards the future that you want. How can I take this challenge and transmute it and overcome it so that it becomes part of my ascension journey, my journey of overcoming, my story of overcoming challenges? How can I allow that to transform me into something new, something that wants to be birthed, right? Through the alchemy of transmutation. You become something new, right? Sometimes challenges are there to bring out a side of us we didn't know we were capable of being. Six of Cups, yeah, nostalgia. We were talking about, December being the month where sometimes we have to go back to past family members, past experiences, right? So there might be some aspect of that which is positive for you with Six of Cups here, because a lot of times Six of Cups can be like positive nostalgia, right? That warm feeling of familial, like Charity. Yeah, charity is the word that's coming to mind here. So maybe, and even just the warmth of memories can be brought out by the Six of Cups here. But maybe that's also what's bothering you. Yeah, because it's right next to each other. It feels like maybe because you're transmuting, you're changing how you used to be. You don't see this in the same light anymore. And that makes it hard to go back to it, to face it. That's tough, right? That's really, really tough when we have to look at memories that used to bring us happiness and see them in a new light, that they weren't always the good times. And that if we choose a new past, sometimes we have to let go of the things that were nostalgic and familiar about our past, right? Because when we go on a new journey, sometimes we have to let go of the old, and we don't always want to let go of that part of ourselves. It can be tough. It can be really, really hard to just say goodbye, right? So it can hold us back, but we need to go into the future that's waiting for us. And we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So this is something that's slowly and stably coming into our lives, is this new aspect of ourselves that wants to let go, that wants to become something new, that isn't tied up in nostalgia. Okay, and I'm hearing one more card, so we're going to do one more. Oh, King of Wands. Should I take both? I guess we're taking both. There you go. Sometimes things don't go according to plan, and that might be something you also have to wrestle with, is that sometimes is how things work out, like how it doesn't go according to plan in our minds, right? Sometimes. But you got this King of Wands energy telling you that, like, you're bringing that aspect out of yourself from doing this, right? You have that ability to create your future. And that's what's coming in for you, is that sense of strength, of confidence in yourself and your ingenuity. Yeah, he's the master of his kingdom. He's not going to let others tell him how he's going to be for the future, right? So this is how it's going to be for the future for you. Sec. There. Sometimes there's just a really annoying buzzing sound. And I had to make sure it didn't ruin the video. But yeah, it was making me think of that. You know that TikTok sound where it's like, and all of a sudden this agitating, grating noise. And while I was thinking about that, I was thinking about, you know, sometimes with the nostalgia, we'll let go of things that are really agitating us, right? Because of nostalgia. Like, I'm thinking specifically of family in this situation. Sometimes we put up with things because of, you know, obligation or sentimentality. But right now, what's most important is that you follow your path of what makes you happy, what fills up your cup. You have the Ace of Cups here. That's what's coming into your life now, is the ability to fill up your own cup without attachment to nostalgia, right? You don't have to cling to things that are toxic for you or don't serve you anymore. And you're doing this so stably. You're working slowly and steadily at this in a way that's going to be long lasting. This is going to be with you for a long time. It's going to make your life so much better for the long haul. So just keep at it. Don't get distracted by fears, by doubts, by worries, because you have angelic protection here. You have three winged things here. We have the doves, we have the winged cup, and we have the temperance here. So I really see you as having divine protection with you for this journey. So, you know, make it count. Make sure that they don't, I don't think your efforts will go to waste, because I think you're already destined. But I think, you know, it's good to have, you know, gratitude and thankfulness for all that they do for you, and to show it by taking the opportunity that's presented to you, right? Yeah. Today we have the buffalo with us also, and that goes really well with Knight of Pentacles, I think, because there's that stability and strength that comes with the buffalo. So I feel like that's representative of this energy here. And then we have Pyrite with us, which is like, I think it's called Fool's Gold sometimes. And the nice thing about Pyrite is it reminds us of our inner worth, the beauty that can be found in things that maybe outwardly people dismiss, but actually it's something that contains its own worth, its own beauty. Okay, so now we're gonna do Zodiac Moon. Maybe that inner beauty is something you have to acknowledge more, because I think that might be part of why you clung to things that were not good for you, because they were things that convinced you that you didn't have that inner worth. So you had to cling to those things within your life that were toxic. But now it's gone. Now it's over with. So we're going to move on to a phase where we appreciate our own worth, our own beauty, right? But it's a journey, right? It's a long haul journey, especially when we've been through it and been sort of programmed to think differently, right? So what's going to be part of this journey into our Ace of Cups era? What advice can we get for that journey? How to get there? Scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement, accomplishment. Moon in Capricorn. Yeah, so I think you just have to be aware of your own talent, aware that you actually can scale mountains, and you can get yourself to where maybe others say have put doubt in you that you could make it there. I think you can. I think you actually have a lot of ability to go there. It's just that you were around people that, you know, were not good for you. All right, so yeah, let's get another card here. Let's see what else we got going on. How can we challenge ourselves to go to new heights? Because I think that's part of it. We have to go for the goals that we think we can't achieve, that we're actually intimidated by. Eclipse in Gemini. Negotiation. Rise to the challenges as a new path opens. Yeah, so it's all about challenges. It's all about seeing that you can face those challenges, that you don't have to run in fear from them. Because sometimes I know what it's like when you want to avoid it. You want to avoid the difficult problem. You want to not face it. You want to, I don't know why, but I'm thinking like in a video game where you don't want to do the annoying thing, where, I'm so sorry about the heat bump there. If you don't want to do the thing that is really agitating to you, or it's just like something that's really bothering you and you don't want it to, hold on. Sorry, I had to pause the video for a bit just because the noise was really throwing me off. Yeah, so with negotiation in Gemini, or sorry, eclipse in Gemini, moon in Capricorn, we have a negotiation and accomplishment. I think you can face these challenges that are before you. I think it's just that you're telling yourself that you can't, telling yourself that it's a way bigger problem than it really is. Or even maybe it is a big challenge, but it's actually something that you can handle. It's just that you don't have confidence in yourself. But I think, you know, part of the journey to this Ace of Cups energy is allowing yourself to see what you can accomplish, what you can do, right? Sorry, I've had to stop and start a lot of times in this reading because of the noise. But I feel like there's a message in that within itself, because it's like you're starting and stopping again a lot with what you're trying to accomplish because you keep running into obstacles. And I think maybe because you run into something that frustrates you, you feel like maybe it's not for you, or maybe you can't do this, or you lose confidence very quickly is what I'm getting. But I think that's just part of it. I think that's just part of how you get through the challenge, is to push through the frustrations, even though it's so, like, even though you can't seem to get yourself through it, you actually can if you just keep pushing forward, if you just keep on moving ahead. That's often we feel frustrated and challenged when we're learning something new or we're acquiring a new skill at something, right? So when we're learning something new, especially, we can be very put off by how slow it is because we're learning something new, right? We're trying to gain a new skill. But once we get the hang of it, then suddenly we can keep doing it, right? We can keep going and it gets easier and easier. So it's sort of like that. As you keep climbing up the mountain, there's going to be new and more challenges, but at the same time, you'll keep gaining confidence from every challenge that you complete, right? So that's part of it. And with Eclipse in Gemini, part of the challenge might be taking a path that's not as often taken, right? The path less traveled, right? Because you've got diverging paths here. So that's part of it, is going your own way, is going into a path that doesn't necessarily seem easy or seem conventional. So let's take a Yule card from here as well. Let's see what else we need to know about these challenges that are coming up that we're facing. I think overall you can face the challenges though. Gratitude. So always have gratitude for the help that you're getting with this. I think that's going to help you a lot. Because I think when we get into that energy of feeling frustrated and victimized by our own lives, we can, and our own like humps and hurdles that we meet along the way, a great way to challenge that is to feel gratitude, and show gratitude. And I know that's really tricky, but especially when we're in a bad place. But often the act of showing gratitude reminds us of all that we do have in the face of everything that we're looking at, every shadow that we're having to face. There's always light in the dark, right? We can have gratitude for any little thing in our lives, like just the fact that we have a roof over our head, or that we can have money for food, or we can, if we have a vehicle, that we have a vehicle, right, to go places, or that, or just that we have certain awareness about our own path, right? Because knowledge is a valuable resource as well. Sometimes we have access to knowledge that others wouldn't. So even just that in itself. Warmth in the cold, right? I especially appreciate, even though that heat pump is really annoying me, I'm glad it's keeping me warm at the same time, right? So sometimes the irritating things are part of what delivers us the good things, right? So there's that aspect as well. Yeah, let's take a butterfly card here as well. Oh, volunteer. Is that it? Okay, we're gonna go with volunteer. Maybe volunteering even would just like the act of volunteering for something, usually it's like charities, right? That often gives us a sense of gratefulness because we see how much we do have compared to others. It sounds kind of backward, but it's true. It's a charitable season now, but I think volunteering is also about stepping your foot into like a new puddle, like he is here with Temperance, right? He's stepping into something new and unknown, right? I think volunteer is about that, about pushing yourself into something new and unknown that you think maybe you don't have the skills for, but actually you do. Something that's really intimidating to you, or that you tell yourself you can't do it, or that it's going to take a long time for you, but actually it might not. I think even just finding new hobbies as well, new things that inspire you. You have to volunteer your time and energy into trying something new. And with trying new things, we get that sense of challenge, right? Feeling challenged isn't a bad thing. Sometimes it's just about teaching us something new. It's it's like a new level up, right? Again, to the video game analogy, but like it's the thing that's going to teach us something, a new skill set that's part of what we need for a new life, for a new chapter. So you're going to have to face those challenges, right? To get there. Yeah. I'm going to get a Stranger Things card, actually. Feeling that's going to be our next card here. Sometimes I smell my decks. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. It's just funny smells to them. Yeah, maybe just being open to new smells, new situations, right? Putting yourself in a place you've never been can feel intimidating because we're out of our comfort zone. We're out of a place where things were easy for us. But that's a good thing, right? You got Ace of Dice. This is a new opportunity, a new chance for ideas to flourish. And there's potential here, right? We got the 12-sided die. 12-sided die, anything can happen, right? You can get any high or low number. So there's infinite potential with this. Now, where am I going to put you? Let's just spread out here a bit. Just put you right in there. Yeah. I think we're going to get one more as well. Ten of Strands, yeah. This is like the Ten of Wands, right? So just don't get frantic and pushing your energy into all different places. I think you're trying to make sense of everything in a way that might be disorganizing your energy. Like you're trying to see where the signs all fit together. You're trying to see how it's all going to work out. But sometimes life is about letting the unfolding happen. Life is about letting things play out sometimes. And the universe has a plan. It's just that we can't always see the whole plan first. We have to live it. And that could be a bit frustrating to some people, especially when you have to have faith that everything's going to work out through that. It can feel like things are falling apart, but actually they're all falling into place. Things are working out in your favor. It's just that we don't always see how that's going to happen because we see one thing go wrong and we think, oh no, it's going to be this. And our mind jumps ahead a million miles thinking, oh, it's going to lead to this and this and this. But that isn't necessarily how it's going to go. Sometimes it's going to lead to something better. Or sometimes things have to fall apart before they fall together or fall into place, right? And I get with the Ten of Strands, you're trying to do it all. You're trying to make everything make sense by working yourself to death, by taking on all this. It's like you're trying to just figure it all out before it unfolds. And sometimes you just have to surrender. You have to surrender and say, look, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I know that the universe is going to take care of me. So I'm just going to go into it with an open mind and hope that everything works out for the best. And oftentimes it does. And often in miraculous ways that, you know, when we think about it, we're just like, how did that even happen? How did that even work out for me? It's unreal. It's strange. Stranger Things, right? So yeah, sometimes that's just how it goes. We have to wait. We have to be patient. We have to, and that might be what the Four of Cups is about too. You're kind of patiently waiting for the miracle, and you're not seeing it, so it's making you fear and have doubts and worry. But actually, things take time, right? We got Knight of Pentacles here. That's a slow movement. Things have to unfold slowly sometimes, and it doesn't always make sense to us as it's going through. But hindsight is 20/20, right? We'll understand how it all worked out when we're in the future, right? But until we get there, it's going to seem like it's chaos, like it's not working out, like everything is just falling apart, or or just like there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just all going in odd places that we don't understand. This is where faith comes in. This is where hope and prayer and understanding of that comes in. That it's all about surrender, letting the universe help you. The universe is going to bathe you in cleansing waters of renewal here. You just have to get there. You just have to keep going on your path. We're going to end this, I think, with archetype cards. Sense of what's going on here as well. The crone. That's interesting because we got, last reading, there was a crone card that was from the Yule deck. And here we have it in this deck here. That's so interesting. And it's the number 13, which is the death card in the Major Arcana. So there's this death and rebirth here. And I think maybe you have a feeling like you're a crone. Like you feel like you're old and tired from all of this. Or it's like this is the end. Yeah, because like a crone would be like the end of life, right? So you feel like this is the end. And deaths and when we're going through a death phase, it can feel like that this is the end of everything. But actually it's a rebirth. It's something new, and it's going to revive you. Now, what do I want to do here? I think actually I'm going to push these cards up. Push this here. It'll all make sense somehow. Yeah. They just kind of show me where to put the cards, and I just go with it. Even if it doesn't quite make sense. Yeah, maybe we'll just pull these down. Yeah. We got this. We got this. We're going to pull out another card here as well. I need this one. Okay. Kairos. Divine timing. That's perfect for this reading, isn't it? Kairos, actually, so you can read it here. Kairos is all about like time that's outside time. When things don't seem to happen right away for us, it's because it's happening outside of time. It's happening in the time space that is in a higher realm. But it's also about the timing makes sense. It's like something written in a book. It's like everything has to happen in a certain place in the story, a certain chapter, right? With you, it has to work out in a certain way. So you got to trust the timing of it. Trust the timing of your life as well. Because you might feel like you might feel like this is happening late in your life, and that's a little bit frustrating. And you're thinking, well, I'm older now and I'm only getting older, so when's this going to happen for me? But it might even have something to do with financial abundance as well. You're hoping for something that's going to bring you financial abundance as well. Maybe to do with these, because King of Wands is all about creation, creative adventures, creative pursuits. And maybe you're waiting for like your ship to come in with your money for that. And you think I'm only getting older, and when's this going to happen for me? But I think for you, it'll happen when it's meant to happen in the perfect way. And you'll say to yourself, this could only have happened at this time and in this way. Yeah, I think I want actually one more card here. I'm feeling this for archetypes. Is that it? That was fast. Okay, so it's just this one. The womb, right? And we were just talking about creation, creativity. Yeah. It's where everything is birthed, everything is born, right? In the womb. This could also have to do with mother wounds as well. Maybe that's something that's challenging you right now, is facing that. Maybe this is one of your blocks as well. It's interesting because we got the crone and the womb. Maybe if you're a female, maybe you're feeling like like you feel like, because there's so much in our society that makes women feel like we have to do, it does it for everybody, but it does especially for women to feel like we have to do certain things by a certain age, like especially like have kids by a certain age, or we can't anymore. And it's just nonsense. Like they put out that study, what was it about, the eggs actually stay better longer than the sperm does. So it's actually men that are the ones that need to have kids earlier, not women. But it's funny how we were always told that growing up, right? So it's, society's nonsense as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, that's just me ranting. But it's true though that we always get told by other sources what can and cannot be at certain times. But that's all just hearsay. It's all nonsense, because the universe will have a perfect plan for you that's meant for you. And it will make sense to you when it happens, and when it has already happened. When you look back and be like, oh my gosh, if I hadn't met this person at this time, or gotten this job or this project going at this certain time, it could only have worked out perfectly then. But you won't know that until almost after it happens, right? So be aware of that. You have to have trust in the process and surrender to it, and know that it's going to work out for you. I know that's really tough. I know it's really, really hard to just it's an exercise of faith, right? And it's not easy to have that, especially in this day and age. But with the crone here, there's some reassurance that you have the wisdom of the crone, right? Because she's witnessed everything. She's seen it all, the failure, the rebirth, the conflicts, all the regeneration for her. She can rise above it. She can rise above everything that has happened because she's already seen it. Yeah. And she accepts it all. She takes it all in stride. And the crone is also very intimately acquainted with death, with that process of letting things go, of letting things die. So maybe that's something that will become your strength, is that you know how to let go. You know how to, and when to let go as well. That's an important one that a lot of people don't get, is to realize when something is over, when something is done, that we have to move on to the next stage. Some people, will try to hang on, but and birth too through the womb is like that, because you have to release it. You have to release the child, and like there's so much symbology there, like cutting the umbilical cord, like that's a letting go of the connection. And then later the child leaves the home. That's another death of that phase of life. So it's all about letting go with the womb, right? And then motherhood and that energy. So maybe there's something about releasing the past here as well, because I'm getting that especially with Six of Cups here and Nine of Swords. Like you're stressed about releasing the past. But you only have more knowledge to gain here, more things to learn about your life and about what you're capable of. That's all that's going to come for you. Yeah. It's so funny how these are all placed around the cards. They make so much sense to me, because the Kairos, divine timing, you're here frustrated by the timing, and here's the angels working to make things happen for you, showing you that you have to trust divine timing. The cup is coming to you. And then the womb here above the Nine of Swords and Six of Cups, we just said the frustration and challenge of letting go of, the past. It's even like a mother and child there, right? Letting go of something that's over. Understanding that the birth is also the acceptance of death. And the crone here with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. It's all about you are slowly building up this knowledge, this ability to be your own, in your own power, in your own ability to create. And own it. Own that you can create anything you want. You can scale mountains. You can do anything you set your mind to. You have infinite potential here. You're just scattering that energy by trying to make sense of it all, trying to bring logic to it. But it's something that's going to resist logic because it's something you have to flow with. You have to embrace it. You got to just sit in the cup and let it wash over you. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, this reading really came together at the end, made sense to me. I mean, I think it did make sense all the way through, but, you know, with these cards here, the archetypes, it just made it so much clearer. So I'm really happy this all came to make sense here. I really hope this was helpful for you, and I think this is the end of the reading, so thank you for staying till the end. I hope it was helpful, and if you want, you can like the videos and subscribe if you want to hear more readings from me, and leave a comment if it resonated and you want to share as well. So, yeah. Have faith in your knowledge and your skills and your ability to take life's challenges. And I know you'll get where you want to go. You'll get up the mountain. You're already on your journey. All right. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.